Like a thermo flask, a calorimeter has two vessels. The inner vessel is made up of copper and it is thermally isolated from the surroundings. The outer vessel is made up of wood and it is covered with a heat resistant lid. The lid has two holes, one for thermometer and the other for stirrer. The heat resistant ring covers the inner vessel. Temperature is noted down with the help of thermometer. There is a holder to hold the thermometer and stirrer is kept in order to stir the liquid in copper vessel. Heat absorbed or heat produced in the copper vessel is prevented from releasing in the surrounding. When the hot object is kept into the copper vessel containing water, the heat is lost by that hot object and the heat is absorbed by water, and after some time the temperature of that hot object and temperature of water will become same. Here minus sign indicates that heat is lost by that hot object. M is the mass of object, C is the specific heat of object, delta T is the change in temperature, is equal to mass of water multiplied by specific heat of water multiplied by delta T, means change in temperature. Children, you can construct your own calorimeter, and for that you require simple thermocol cups, then a thermometer and a aluminium rod. Two thermocol cups are taken and a thermocol cup has been cut down at the upper part like this, and a hole is made into one of the cup of thermocol so as to insert a thermometer through it. 100 gram of water is taken into one thermocol cup. Its temperature is noted down. An aluminium rod is taken whose weight is 8 gram. It is heated on the flame of spirit lamp. Then it is kept into a thermocol cup which contains water, and it is covered by another thermocol cup. Thermocol is a good insulator. No heat exchange will take place. Heat is lost by the hot aluminium rod and water will absorb the heat lost by aluminium rod. Temperature is noted again. No heat exchange takes place here as thermocol is a good insulator. Heat lost by aluminium metal is equal to heat absorbed by water. Therefore, minus sign came here in case of heat lost by that metal. Here is the equation. Heat lost by metal is equal to heat gained by water. Delta T of water is equal to final temperature minus initial temperature. Final temperature is 28.1 minus 26.8 is the initial temperature. 28.1 degree Celsius minus 26.8 degree Celsius is the temperature difference. Q of water. Q means amount of heat is equal to mass of water multiplied by specific heat of water multiplied by temperature difference. 100 gram is the mass of water multiplied by specific heat of water is 4.179 joule per gram degree Celsius multiplied by temperature difference 1.3 degree Celsius. And amount of heat absorbed by water is came to be 543 joule. Heat lost by metal is equal to heat gained by water, and values are put up here. 8 gram is the weight of aluminium rod multiplied by specific heat of aluminium is 0.902 joule per gram degree Celsius multiplied by T final minus T initial is equal to 543 joule. We are interested in calculating the initial temperature of aluminium rod, and if we do the calculation we will get initial temperature of initial temperature as 103 degree Celsius. So with the help of calorimeter we can calculate specific heat of the object. We can calculate the initial temperature of the object. Clear? If we know specific heats of material of the calorimeter, here calorimeter has made up of generally copper vessel, and if we know the specific heat of water then we can calculate the value of specific heat of object by this formula. Why calorimeter is made up of copper? Because copper is a very good conductor of heat. Why does your mother put folded cloth strips soaked in cold water on your forehead when you have high fever? To remove heat quickly from our body and thereby to lower the temperature of the body. The folded cloth strips soaked in cold water are kept on forehead, and water has high specific heat. Calorimeter is made up of copper. As you all know, copper is a very good conductor of heat and it has low specific heat. And also copper is durable and it is not highly reactive. Water at a fixed temperature is placed inside the calorimeter. This means the temperature of inner vessel and that of water in it are same. When the hot object is placed in water, heat is exchanged between hot object, water and calorimeter, and all three reach the same temperature. As the calorimeter is thermally isolated from the surroundings, the total heat lost by hot object is equal to total heat absorbed by calorimeter and water inside it. Similarly, if you put a cold object in the calorimeter, the cold object will receive heat from water and its temperature will increase, while water and calorimeter will lose heat and their temperature will decrease. Children, as I told you earlier that when hot aluminium rod is kept into uh, the thermocol cup which contains water, heat is lost by aluminium rod and water will gain the heat. Means when hot object is placed in water, heat is exchanged between hot object, water and calorimeter, and after some time all three will reach at the same temperature. As the calorimeter is thermally isolated from the surroundings, the total heat lost by the hot object is equal to total heat absorbed by calorimeter and water inside it. Suppose the mass of inner vessel in the calorimeter is mc and its initial temperature is Ti. The mass of water in the calorimeter is mw. The temperature of water will also be Ti. Suppose we place an object of mass m0 and the temperature T0 in the calorimeter. If T0 is higher than Ti, the object will give away heat to the calorimeter and water. If hot object means final, if the hot object is placed in the calorimeter which contains water, then heat is lost by that object and calorimeter and water will gain the heat, right? And after some time all three will have the same temperature. Let us call this final temperature as Tf. The total heat given by the object Qo will be equal to sum of heat gained by calorimeter Qc and that by water. Heat given by the object Qo is equal to Qc. Qc is the heat gained by calorimeter and Qw is the heat gained by water. As seen above, Qo, Qc and Qw depend upon mass, specific heat and change in temperature delta T. If the specific heats of materials of calorimeter, water and objects are Cc means specific heat of material, then Cw is the specific heat of water and Co is the specific heat of that object, then this following expression can be framed. Qo is equal to mass of object multiplied by temperature difference into specific heat of that object. Qw is equal to mass of water multiplied by temperature difference into specific heat of water. Qc is equal to mass of calorimeter multiplied by delta T, that is temperature difference, and Cc means specific heat of calorimeter. So this is the expression given here. We can measure all the masses and temperatures if we know the specific heats of material of calorimeter, that is copper, and that of water. We can calculate the specific heat of object using this formula which is given here. By using this formula, specific heat of object can be calculated if we know the specific heat of water and specific heat of copper. So children, we have discussed how the expression can be derived so as to find out the specific heat of an object. Though the expressions are slightly difficult to understand, if you write it 2 or 3 times, then you will get it. Thank you.